Hello scholars, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing addition and subtraction of algebraic fractions. Now, just the same way as when we're adding and subtracting regular fractions, we find the LCM, and then we, in order to be able to work the fractions, we must have a common denominator. So we do that, find the LCM, and then we proceed by dividing each denominator into the LCM and multiplying that by the numerator. So we do the same thing, except that with the algebraic fractions there are variables involved. That's pretty much the only difference. But we're still going to find the LCM and proceed as usual. So we have x over 4 plus x over 5 plus x over 10. So our LCM is 20. LCM of 4, 5, and 10 is 20. 4 goes into 25 times. X times 5 is 5x. 5 goes into 24 times. X times 4 is 4x. And 10 goes into 22 times. X times 2, 2x. So 5x plus 4x, that's 9x. Plus 2x, that's 11x. That's 11x over 20, which cannot be reduced any simpler. So this is our final answer, 11x over 20. The LCM of 9, 3, and 4 will be 36. 9 goes into 36 4 times. 8 times 4, that's 4a. 3 goes into 36 12 times. 8 times 12, that's 12a. And 4 goes into 36 9 times. 8 times 9 is 9a. So when we add 12 plus 9, that's 21 plus 4, 25a over 36, which cannot be reduced any simpler. That's our final answer. Number 3, in the denominators we have variables. So the variables must be represented. Variables of the highest power must be represented. So each variable here is x. So we just need to find the LCM of 1, 2, and 3 and put by the x. So that LCM is 6, and we have to represent the variable x. So x goes into 6x 6 times. 1 times 6 is 6. 2x goes into 6x 3 times. 4 and 3 is 12. And 3x goes into 6x 2 times. 2 2s 4. Alright, so what we have, 6 plus 12, that's 18. Take away 4, that's 14 over 6, which can be reduced. 2 into 14, 7, and 2 into 6, 3. So that's 7x over 3. Alright, so that's our answer, 7x over 3. Number 4. So in the denominator we have 4xy and we have 5x. So the LCM then is 20xy, because each variable has to be represented. So 4xy goes into 20xy 5 times. 3 5s are 15. 5x goes into 20xy 4y times. 5 goes into 24 times. The x's cancel and we have the y. 2 4s are 8y. And since these terms cannot be reduced, and they don't share any variables, these two share a y, but this doesn't. So in order to reduce it, all 3 terms must have common factors, which they don't. So this is our final answer. Number 5, so we're just going to put a 1 here, right, to balance that. And the LCM would be 3p. So 1 goes into 3p, 3p times 10x times 3p, that's 30xp. 3p into itself goes 1 time, so that's 4y. Alright, in the denominator now we have 8y and 5x, so the LCM would be 40xy. So 8y goes into 40xy, 5x times, 8 into 40, 5 times, the y's cancel, leave x. 2x times 5x, so that's 10x squared. 5 into 40 goes 8 times, and the x's cancel, so we have 8y. 3y times 8y, that's 24y squared. Now these terms can be reduced because each term can be cancelled by 2. So 2 goes into 10 5 times. The x's aren't common, so we can't cancel the x or the y's. 2 goes into 24 12 times, and 2 goes into 40 20 times. And we write back the variables because they cannot be reduced. Alright, now number 7. This is a slightly more complex situation. So we have actually 2 terms in the numerator for each of them, whereas we had 1 term each for these, right? So what we're going to do, we just have an additional step. We are going to, after we find the LCM and divide, we're going to bracket each term and multiply it by the common factor. And then we do another step. So we would have, the LCM is 15. So 5 goes into 15 3 times. We're going to bracket the 2x minus 3y because we're going to multiply each of these by the 3. 3 goes into 15 5 times, so we're going to bracket the 2x minus 4y. And we're going to expand those brackets using the distributive law. So we have 6x minus 9y plus 5 2's 10 and 5 4's 20 over 15. Now we're grouping the like terms, so 6x plus 10x, that's 16x, and negative 9y minus 20y is negative 20y over 15. And these terms, this is in its simplest term, they cannot be reduced, right? They cannot be reduced any further. Alright, so now we're at number 8. So the LCM of 9 and 3 would be 9. Again, we're going to bracket these after we divide. So 9 into itself once. 3 into 9, 3, and we bracket what was there already. Now we're going to expand the brackets. So let's put in our equal signs, right? Alright, so 1 times each of those will give back the same thing. 4w minus 2x. Now this negative sign is going to change this negative sign in the brackets, right? So negative 3 times negative 3, that's a negative 9, and negative 3 times negative x is positive 3x all over 9. So grouping our like terms, 4w minus 9w, that's negative 5w. Negative 2x plus 3x is a positive x over 9. Alright, so now we look at our last two. Again, a little bit more complicated because this time we have a term in front of the bracket. What we're going to do, we're going to expand that first using the distributive law, and then we continue as usual. So let's write back our 5 and 4. 4 times x, that's 4x. 4 times 3, that's 12. 2 times x, 2x. 2 times 1, 2. Now we find the LCM of 5 and 4, which is 20. 5 into 20 goes 4 times, so again we have a bracket to expand. And 4 into 20 goes 5 times, again we have a bracket to expand, right? So 4 times 4x, that's 16x. 4 times 12, that's 48. Negative 5 times 2 is negative 10. And negative 5 times 2, again negative 10. Over 20. So now we group our like terms. 16x minus 10x, that's 6x. 48 minus 10, that's 38 over 20. And since each of these terms can be reduced by 2, what we have is, so I put the final answer here. 2 into 6, that's 3, and 2 into 38, that's 19. And we have 2 into 20 goes 10, right? Now finally, again we have some fractions out front, so we're going to expand that first. So 1/3 times 2, that's 2/3. 1/3 times negative x over 3. 2/3 times 4, that's 8/3. 2/3 times 5x, so that's 5x over 3. And now we're going to find the LCM. So we have, well, they're all over 3. So we can just go ahead and work the numerator. So 2 minus 8, so that's negative 6. And sorry, this should be a negative sign. Negative x minus 5x is negative 6x over 3. And these can be reduced. 3 into each of these. So that's negative 2 minus 2x. Alright, so that's how we work our algebraic fractions. In the same way, we find our LCM and we divide the denominator into the LCM and multiply the numerator. Right, and then we proceed as usual. If we can reduce our answers, what we do that, but remember that all the terms must be divisible by whatever you're trying to reduce the number by. Alright, so if you have benefited from this video, just drop a line to say thank you, miss, and let me know if you want me to do any video on a particular topic, and I'll do that for you. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe now, and I'll see you in the next video.